Hey, we're coming to you from the day 2 of the APCO 2017 show here in Denver, Colorado. We had a presentation yesterday by Ed O'Connor on our newly released IP backhaul, and want you to visit our website, www.jpsinterop.com, and take a look at that. And I'm going to be giving you a summary about some of the other technologies that we have on display here and their functionality. So as we move down and look at our booth, we have our whole array of interoperability gateways. We have the ACU 5000 desktop and rack mount. We have our ARA1, our NXU2A. We have the ACU-T tactical switch. We have our ACU-M tactical switch. And everybody knows that our gateway products are the leading gateways for radio LMR integration for disparate radios, and also for IP to LMR and LMR to IP integration. We utilize our radio over IP protocol. We use a BSI, a Bridging System Interface compliant SIP protocol for our SIP modules. And our new products, which I'll talk about here shortly, also incorporate RTP and other protocols to allow us to transport and provide mission-critical interoperability. So, one of the requests that we've received very, very often is the integration of smart devices into the ACU, into the entire ACU product line. And we have the JPS VIA push-to-talk application over cellular, which is not carrier specific. You can use any carrier, you can use any device, you can use an Android, you can use iOS, Apple. We even have clients that are run on PCs. But most important, the integration of that technology, allowing push-to-talk between single participants, group participants, or linking that into a radio gateway. We now have our ROIP protocol integrated into that platform. And what does that mean for you, the existing JPS customer? It means you can utilize your different ACU modules that provide radio over IP integration to bring radio resources into a push-to-talk environment on smart devices. Here we have the ACU-M, which we all know is a 4-channel radio interoperability gateway. You could use mutual aid channels or repeated channels, whatever the case may be. But now we've taken the radio over IP channel, this one being on the V2 channel, and we have that registered with our server for the JPS VIA, and now all of those different push-to-talk devices or a bring your own device to an emergency situation can be activated and linked into the existing radio systems. We can do that as well with the DSP2 module in our ROIP mode, and we can also use our NXU2A as we have demonstrated here, just using a small portable as a base station and another portable to actually talk to and bring in those radio channels. We're very excited about the VIA application. It's very scalable. It allows a lot of versatility. And one of the most important things is if you go into an environment where your land mobile radio loses connectivity, but you do have either the cellular data or Wi-Fi capability on your smart device, you can have that same radio channel linked in, and you can push to talk and be right back on the radio even though you don't have the LMR coverage. And we think that's a very, very important advantage of the JPS VIA application. So our ACU product line is the leader in gateway technologies for not only linking disparate radio systems, but telephone, SIP, PBX, radio over IP. We have the largest fielded application of radio gateways, both fixed, tactical, and mobile, domestically and internationally. The key to that, and the ACU 2000 that we have here on display, and just a side note, a lot of people have ACU 1000s. Now everything has been consolidated into a 2000. So the ACU 2000 is backwards compatible with those existing 1000s you have, are out there and fielded, but we want to make sure that people know that it's just not a switch to cross-connect different radios together. Certainly, it performs the best that way, and it's the best in breed to perform that functionality. But the ACU can also be taken into regional and wide area applications where we have a GUI interface and a system that allows remote control of multiple ACUs, as we're demonstrating on the screen here. But we have applications statewide, such as the state of Alabama, or within the National Guard for the GIST systems, and many, many, many more applications where not only is the cross-connection of disparate radio systems over a network environment and the control and command and control situational awareness of that, but also the ability to dispatch to different resources on the ACUs that are fielded in this system. And with the dispatch screen, we have specific modules that we can either directly dispatch to, or we can cross-patch and dispatch to multiple resources. And we're finding this very, very attractive in the mobile command environment, where a console is just too costly for that type of setup. The equipment's co-located, and this is a perfect application to be able to do it, such as how the Air National Guard has just recently started incorporating the wide area platform into their mobile command vehicles. One of the focuses of JPS Interoperability Solutions is to bring new and innovative solutions to you, the customer. We've listened to what you wanted, such as the IP backhaul, smart devices, and now more elaborate gateway devices that can utilize IP-centric protocols, as you can see here with our new ACU-ZI, voice interface modules to connect not only radio, but radio over IP, SIP VoIP, RTP transport protocol for VoIP, PSTN. It has the whole range, but what we've done by introducing this new product is we've now eliminated the analog backplane of the ACU 1000, and we now have unlimited, fairly unlimited, voice connections that we can do over the system. The analog backplane had a limitation of 16 cross patches at any one time. We now have upwards of about 80 available through the new technology. So the sister to the Z1 is now the RSP Z2. And what we've done is we've taken your suggestions and your requirements. We now have a dual audio channel unit. So two radios or two audio sources can be hooked into this on the backplane using our interconnect cables or 4-wire interfaces, as well as we've incorporated the JPS ROIP protocol, our SIP protocol, RTP, and given the flexibility to not only be able to do a local cross connection, but we can also backhaul that through this to an ACU-ZI or another ROIP protocol in the system, or multiple Z2s stationed where you may have just a couple radios at different locations, but you need them to be able to interact. And that way we can take another Z2, make it a command module, and actually over a web interface, which I'm going to show you next, you can control all of these different resources. Those of you that are familiar with the ACU technologies know we have an ACU controller that controls a single ACU. We have our wide area interoperability system, or WAIS controller, which controls multiple ACUs over a network environment. But with the new Z1 and Z2 products, we have made them browser-based. And we have examples of that up here on the screen, where we have the ACU-ZI in different nets formed simply by dragging and dropping the different resources to those nets. And on the Z2, it is showing you here in its configuration that we have channel 1 and channel 2, which in this case are two radios, and they're cross-connected, and then they feed down to the backhaul, which in this case is radio over IP using the JPS radio over IP protocol. We can actually switch this to be an interface of a radio over IP backhaul to a single device as well for a pass-through, and that capability is also available on the Z1 modules, where someone needs simply a pass-through of SIP, RTP, or radio over IP to access one single radio resource.